Hey everybody, it's Matthew. Thanks for watching my channel, Giddy Up Adventures. This week I'm going to talk about my review of the Triumph Tiger 800 XR. Alright, this is the Triumph 800 I've been riding. It's also known as the Triumph Tiger 800. And this one's comes complete with duct tape because it's a rental from Budapest. But it's been a good beast. The tires are so completely different than anything I usually ride on with big knobbies. But they've held on the dry pavement. I did go off the road once in the wet. But it's been a very capable beast. It has been powerful enough to do a lot of overtaking, which I've had to do, and very comfortable. The seat is way better than what I usually have on my dirt bikes and whatever. And no, it's been a pleasure to ride this thing. I'll enjoy it. The memories that I have from it. So it can get a little confusing with Triumph because they have several different models. The XR, the wheels are the same. They're not spoked wheels. They're more these mag types, and they're both the same size. Whereas the Triumph Tiger XC, the front wheel is 21 inches and spoked, so it's a little more off-road capable. And where I rented this bike was from a place in Budapest, and it was about 80 bucks a day. So what a great way to get to know a bike. We did a 2,600 kilometer trip that gave us 10 days to explore Eastern Europe. We started off in Slovenia on some of the most amazing roads I've ever ridden on, and this bike was perfectly capable to handle all of this. This Vrisic Pass was the highest point in Slovenia and had amazing curves. And this bike is extremely flickable, especially since the wheels are the same size. It felt very nimble in the turns. It was a lot of fun. I'm really used to riding much smaller bikes, like my DRZ 400 or my Honda 230, so this one had plenty of power. I was able to accelerate, and I think the first word that comes to mind is smooth. This bike has 94 horsepower, coming from not a one-cylinder, but three-cylinder four-stroke, that of course is fuel injected, and just smooth, smooth, smooth all day long. I was really surprised when I did a little research digging in to see what other riders thought of this bike. Everybody loved the engine, and I was surprised. You know, I've kind of been a Japanese bike snob my whole life because I like the dependability. But this particular model has a very loyal following. The loyal following that this bike has is probably due to the fact that people will put 60 or 80,000 miles on it and say they've had zero problems. So that was really surprising. I for some reason thought British bikes were a little more prone to having high maintenance or frequent maintenance intervals, or just being kind of trouble prone. But if you do a little digging, this bike really shines for long-term ownership. When I needed to overtake somebody, this was a really confidence-inspiring bike. It was just no problem getting in the other lane. And I was going slow here, but it was easy to pass people. And we had to do a lot of that on the coast because it's so scenic. People are lollygagging and being Sunday drivers, but so gorgeous, and what a great bike to see this country on. The front wheel has dual disc brakes, so when I did need to stop in the stop and go traffic, it was always there when I needed it. So very great handling at high speeds, but then at slow speeds, the braking was there when I needed it. On my little DRZ, after a few hours in the saddle, you definitely feel butt hurt. But this thing, the seat was so comfortable, And that's again something other riders say about this bike, is it's just all day comfort in addition to the smooth power. So on the con side, off-road, this bike did not feel very sure-footed. It's a little more of a street-oriented adventure bike and certainly bigger than I'm used to, but yeah, the smaller front wheel, the lack of knobbies made roads like this, you really had to pay attention, whereas on my DRZ I could be going 65 and not even thinking. So that was one thing for sure. Another couple cons to me is I'm not a wealthy person, and even a used one of these is between $6,700 and $10K. And I don't know, that's new, they're about $12,000, and that's just out of my price range. But man, it's so much fun. I wish I did have that kind of money, because it'd be a great additional bike. One other thing that's kind of a little nitpicky that I didn't like about this bike, when you fill up the gas tank, you look down at the gauge, and it takes like 10 minutes for the gauge to register that you put gas in it. I don't know why that is, but I guess it's common among Triumph motorcycles. Anyhow, my overall impression of the bike was it was a lot of fun, and it's just so at home on these curvy roads. It was just, I had a smile on my face, and for the first time I thought, oh, now I get why people ride these bigger bikes. But at the end of the day, I probably will go with something a little more off-road capable, like a Tenere 700, or maybe the Transalp. But the Triumph Tiger 800 is a great bike.